Finally, Sony has come out and talked about the PS5 and their future plans for the next generation. And not only that, they also showed some amazing tech demo that was running straight from a Ps5 Devkit that Epic was able to put together. You throw in some stunning gameplay from Ghost of Tsushima and you have a pretty powerful week for the PlayStation brand. And of course, you all know I'm a massive Xbox fan and I'm most looking forward to the Xbox Series X. But I can't deny the pretty awesome marketing showing that PlayStation just put on display. Not only did they focus some of the next generation hype on them, but they also showed why the current generation still matters going into next generation. But the biggest thing has to be what they actually said in a Verge article when they talk about their marketing plans. Instead of fumbling over their words, they've been very concise in their message the last couple of days. And to be honest, it's awesome to see that they have confidence in the PS5, because for far too long they've been quiet, and it's something I've been very critical about. Do I love what Xbox is doing? Of course I do, but I also want to see what Sony has in store for us with the PlayStation 5. So let's get into the tech demo, the gameplay, and what Sony has said about all of it. But like always, if you liked the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so let's get into this tech demo first, because it was such a great showing that I honestly can't wait to see this new Unreal Engine 5 running on all devices. The biggest part about this demo wasn't the character animation or the lack of ray tracing. For me, it was all about the physics and the lighting that was on display. Not to mention the detail of the environments and how detailed they were from such a far distance. It honestly reminded me of the Hellblade 2 showing late last year, where the environments were very well detailed from such a far distance. We saw that type of detail on full display with this tech demo. It was very refreshing to see the next generation software being used. Now, this entire demo you're seeing right now was all captured on the Ps5 Devkit, and the developers from Epic made it clear that this demo was running on that piece of hardware. Not to mention, they said this will be running on all other next generation devices. So yes, the Xbox Series X will be able to run this demo along with the physics that are on display. Yet this was made on a Ps5 Devkit, and because of that, Sony does get a lot of praise because they made their hardware readily available. Not to mention, it looks amazing. Now, I love the lighting, but for me, the best part was the soaring through the sky and all the buildings crumbling around the character as she seamlessly cascaded across the entire map. This is true next-generation technology, if I've ever seen it before. For the first time on a console, we'll be able to see destructible environments like this while also going through what looks like a city. This is unprecedented technology we're seeing, and it's also running on one of the most cutting-edge technology around, the PS5. Now, I know this isn't Sony putting this show together, but it was awesome to see what the system is capable of. And it also shows what the Xbox Series X is going to be capable of when they start to unveil the console's tech throughout the summer. And while this tech demo would have been enough for Sony to show this week, they decided to also have an article come out explaining how they want to tackle the next generation. And to be honest, the demeanor of the people in charge at Sony seem very confident in the product they've put together. They basically say that their strategy doesn't show a lack of confidence in their product. Instead, it's a strategy that will only be judged by the sales they get on the new console. Here's what's said. Sony says PlayStation 5 sales will prove whether its quiet promotion of its next-gen console will beat rival Microsoft. Sony has remained relatively quiet about its PlayStation 5 plans, revealing some specs, a logo, and a controller, but no full console reveal or potential games just yet. In an investor call earlier today, Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki fielded a question from an analyst around the lack of PS5 promotion versus the Xbox Series X and whether the company is failing to keep up with Microsoft's push. Sony might not have revealed full details just yet, but it's clearly already confident about its next-gen plans. We consider things strategically, but doing our best, said Totoki, reports Bloomberg's Takashi Mochizuki. As for pass or fail, I would wait for PS5 sales to make that judgment. Wow, talk about being super confident in the way you're marketing the product you've been working on for several years. Not only that, it's kind of common sense, honestly. Of course, we won't know if a strategy would work until the sales come out. That's the same logic any company could use for their marketing strategy around the world. But to me, this also seems a little weird because not only is Sony showing awesome tech demos and great gameplay trailers for upcoming games, they're also keeping the PS5 under a very tight ship. I mean, we still don't know the full-on specs of the console, and we still don't know what the console even looks like. And like the article points out, we've only seen some specs, a logo, and of course, the controller. You throw in the tech demo by Epic, and we're still left in the dark about the PlayStation 5. Don't get me wrong, of course, the demo by Epic was a huge step forward, but it's still not enough details, and the article tends to echo this sentiment by saying this. That's quite the quote from Totoki. Just as Sony reveals the PS4 has now topped 110 million units sold worldwide, Microsoft hasn't revealed overall Xbox One sales, but some analysts believe the company has sold over 50 million units. Sony still expects to ship its new PS5 console in the holiday season later this year and doesn't anticipate any major problems for its first-party games owing to the ongoing world problem. We're still waiting on Sony to show what the PS5 actually looks like and confirm its plans for games for the console. That's bound to happen very soon, and the competition between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X will shift toward the available games and pricing. Sony took an early lead in PS4 sales thanks to being priced $100 less than the Xbox One. Microsoft has committed to not making that mistake again with the Xbox Series X, but neither company has discussed pricing just yet. First off, it's great to hear that the PS5 is still on track for the end of the year, especially with everything going on around the world. But I find it a little weird talking about sales and winning the sales battle when you haven't shown or talked about a lot of the first-party games that will be playable on the PS5. We've already seen 3 or 4 games that will be first-party Xbox Series X games on the Xbox side of the generation. We have Halo Infinite, Everwild, Hellblade 2, and of course some of the third-party games that will be exclusive to the Xbox. That's 3 first-party titles and a bunch of third-party support. I would love for Sony to finally come out and talk about the games and even services that will be available on the console. I'm sure in the next couple of months we'll get a lot of information on the next generation consoles, but for now we have to stick to the current generation first-party games. Which brings me to my last topic, which is Ghost of Tsushima. All I have to say is wow. Just wow. I mean, this gameplay showing of Ghost of Tsushima was exactly, and I mean exactly, what Xbox should be doing this coming July. Have a massive showing of Halo Infinite gameplay and just run rampant with it. Let us see the game. I mean, I was even pushing my prediction earlier this week when I said we'll get a 5 to 7 minute gameplay demo of Ghost of Tsushima. Instead, we got almost 20 minutes of actual gameplay and even an in-depth mechanics about the game. We had different environments, different combat styles, pretty much everything we can expect from the game. Now, of course, they hid some awesome aspects like the story and other things that will surely surprise us, but let's be real, this is how games should be displayed and advertised before a big release. This worked for Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Uncharted, and pretty much every single game that let the gameplay do the talking. Especially God of War that had a huge gameplay demo that lasted several minutes. Sony does this extremely well, and it's something that Xbox has to take notes from. Show off the game and let the game display exactly what the game's all about. Don't hide behind trailers or quick cut, just show us the game. Go through a little side mission or a story, give us a feel of what we're going to be putting our money down on. This in-depth look at a single game really set the PS4 up very nicely, but it also set the PS5 up very nicely because it reminds a lot of people why they buy Sony products and why they'll buy a PS5. They're exclusive games that almost always hit the mark. Massive games that push the hardware. If Xbox truly wants to make a dent in the console market next generation, they need to show off their games with this much gameplay. Because right now, Sony is the best at showing straight up gameplay of their first party exclusives. So when you take all of this into account, you can tell that Sony had a massive week, and they really started to throw their own punches in the gaming market. Finally, I feel they break their silence on the console generation and try to showcase a lot of what their technology and first party developers are capable of. Let's hope this continues because I love seeing all the gaming that we're all about to experience. And these next couple of months are going to be very intense for all of us. I personally can't wait. But enough of what I think about all of this. Tell me what you think about all of this. Do you think Sony had a great week of marketing? Did you enjoy what you saw with Ghost of Tsushima? Was the tech demo impressive to you? When do you think we'll finally see the PS5 console? What do you think the Xbox Series X will be able to do with the Unreal Engine 4? Which console is having a better marketing campaign so far? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. I just beat Modern Warfare 2 on Veteran, and right now I'm actually playing on my PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm playing some Last of Us. I'm trying to get through the first game. I've never played it, so it's actually really cool. The beginning sequence was really intense. I'm enjoying it so far. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.